15-3 now without Blake in this stretch. And guys, during this time, you've said that it's never going to be just one person. It seems like you guys have done a pretty good job of that. Guys not doing too much, but a lot of guys doing a little bit more. Did you see that tonight? And
yeah, it was a collective effort, but Jamal went on a killing spree tonight. Our second unit was amazing. Guys were sharing the ball, but our defense has been the key. That team right there, they don't go away. They just keep coming. And we took all their punches.
Chris, could you have imagined you guys being 15-3 without Blake?
Like I always say, as long as we step out on the court, we feel like we got a chance to win. I don't ever expect to lose, so yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Chris, you
Should
have
have
the
won
inside,
more.
you have the inside-outside options with JJ and DeAndre. What dictates which way you go when you're surveying the defense?
The defense. You know what I mean? I always tell people it's almost like, I don't know martial arts, but I've heard about it. And, some people just react. They don't hit with whatever you do. So we react. If the guy's there to bump DJ, that means JJ's open. If he's not there, then that means DJ's open.
Chris, what did you guys do different on defense in the second half compared to you?
Not so much, but I think we just contested more shots. We just got in their body a little bit more. D Rose was great tonight. Playing downhill. He's such a great finisher at the rim. But in the second half, we just tried to slow everybody else down a little bit, run them off the three-point line.
Chris, you mentioned the defense, but it was still within 10 from that game in Chicago last month. But you guys had a 40-point difference offensively. What's been the difference in this offense over that last month and a half?
Stops and pace. Before the game, Doc was talking about pushing the tempo, and Austin made some big shots, and then Jamal just got going there, and then they were playing so tight on JJ earlier, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna find you, and he's so selfless, and just said, keep playing, I'll get going.
during that early stretch in the game, it seemed like offensively, you guys got put in a lot of isolation situations and stuff like that, and that can sometimes take a team out of rhythm. It seemed like DeAndre's defensive energy and the way he attacked the glass kind of kept you guys afloat early. What did you think of his first quarter and the energy he had?
We feed off big fella. You know what I mean? He has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders and stuff like that. If you watch him during the game, just about any time the other team scores, somebody's like, DJ, you were supposed to be here, supposed to be there, but he's the reason why we go. On both ends, he opens up everything on the offensive end. He doesn't get enough credit, if you ask me. JJ, sit right here, home. You got it. It's all right.
Jamal, can you talk about the first 2 minutes of that fourth quarter? You had the 2 3-point plays, the crossover for the basket, and then we found West in the corner. It was just, what was kind of going through your head with all that happening and how they kind of developed?
Doc coming in, Doc was like, don't wait to be aggressive. Like, this is an important stretch. Be more aggressive than usual to start. And I was like, okay. And I usually just try to fill the game out. And sometimes I lay back, sometimes I want to be more aggressive, and this is one of those times. But I didn't want to just be a scorer. I wanted to be a guy who can make plays as well, and then it opens up for my teammates.
You out there in the third quarter, you kind of broke Kirk Heinrich's ankles out there in the third. And then in the fourth quarter, you did it against McDermott. Were you kind of feeling, like you said, feeling your rhythm more in the second half versus the first half?
Well, the first half I felt good as well. Just more so, now we're kind of accustomed to the end of quarters. I kind of get the ball and, we'll either get a pick and roll or go flat. And Kirk's a really good defender. I played with him twice, 2 different times. So I was just trying to, see what he's going to give me and just go from there. But it's more about my teammates and coaching staff. They're always putting me in position to be successful. Coming into the season, I know it'd be a little bit different for me off the bench as far as not needing to attack more. We had more talent, so I kind of let those guys do it. But as of late, especially with big fella out, I just want to be a little bit more aggressive, and it's worked out well for us.
Jamal, what's the feeling like to be the team that good in the fashion that you
It's really good, especially the early game. You know, the country's watching. They kicked our butts pretty good down in Chicago. And in this league, you're supposed to have a short memory, but certain losses stick with you. You know, they were tougher than us. They got into us. They made plays down the stretch, and we remember that for sure. But they're a really, really good team, and you know they're gonna make a lot of noise in the East.
Well, obviously, the last 4 games, the whole bench has been pretty consistent. But for you specifically, what's been the key to your consistency?
Just being aggressive, and I think doing that, it puts me in a rhythm. It takes the thought out. You know, like should I shoot, should I pass? It just flow. You just play, and those guys around me have been great. They really have, and I think it's a credit to them, even more so by cutting, by making shots, because then the defense has to play me straight up, and then I just read it from there. But it all goes back to Doc as well. He puts us in position to be successful, and we were so down after the Toronto game, you know, because for a month that's not who we've been. You know, we got our butts kicked that game, and we bounced back nice since then.
Doc said the second unit creating havoc has been a big part of this stretch here. How's that played into it with the defensive deflections and steals?
Yeah, I think we think about that first. You know, we think about defense first, and if we can get stops and put stops together, you know, Pablo's going to cause havoc. You know, Austin's a great defender. Wes is great because he can guard big guys or smaller guys. And then Cole, you know, he's such a big body, blocking shots, altering shots, rebounding. When we get on the offense end, that kind of works itself out. Everybody knows their role offensively and how we should play and what we need to look for. It's worked out great for us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.